issues the APC is challenging with regards to elections on the Plateau had to do with nominations and sponsorship, which of course is a settled matter by the Supreme Court. And in any case, they are shifting the goalpost midway into the game. Today they are talking about qualification, and they are not talking specifically about sponsorship or nomination. You cannot talk about qualification without attacking the candidates. Now the question is, whose qualification are you challenging? Qualification of the candidates or qualification of the political party that sponsored the candidates? If it is qualification of the candidates, the Constitution is very clear. It has sections dealing with qualification. House of Assembly, I think Section 106. The National Assembly, Section 67. The Governorship, Section 177. It talks clearly and spells out what qualifications talks about. And if it has to do with the political party, by my understanding, what qualifies a political party to sponsor a candidate? For as long as that party is a registered political party with INEC, it is qualified to contest election. You will recall last year or thereabout, when INEC deregistered some political parties, they went to court to challenge their deregistration. And the court affirmed the capacity of INEC to deregister those parties. And that was it. So if PDP is a registered political party, PDP is a single legal entity, as it were, known to INEC. The officers of PDP are known to INEC, registered with INEC. So who is challenging qualification here? Are you challenging the qualification of PDP to sponsor candidates? Are you challenging the candidates, the qualification of the candidates PDP has sponsored? On the basis of age? On the basis of educational qualification? Or on the basis of what? So when you talk about qualification, you are attacking the candidates that are so presented. And when you go by the constitutional provision, who amongst our candidates was not qualified, constitutionally speaking? Or are you saying the PDP is not qualified to sponsor a candidate or sponsor candidates? So for us, we believe that the judgments that are being churned out from the appeal court, right from the tribunal, as it relates to Plateau, is the other wonder of the world, because it is not understanding to us. It's unfathomable. People talk about structure. What is structure? That's a new lexicon to our legal, to our electoral jurisprudence. What is structure? What are you talking about? What do you mean by structure? That's a vague word. What is structure? And in any case, we have said this. If you are talking about qualification, it's a constitutional matter. Who is not qualified among our candidates? If you are talking about qualification of the political party, then it means PDP wouldn't have contested any election in Nigeria. So you cannot single out Plateau and say the PDP was not qualified. What is the capacity of the PDP on the Plateau? Is the PDP on the Plateau in a position to sponsor candidates or nominate or sponsor candidates? In nominating candidates, in sponsoring candidates, there are processes. You start with the notice of activities you send to INEC. That is done by the National Working Committee. You go on with sales of forms. That is done by the National Working Committee. Conduct of primaries, and then submission of names for successful candidates of the party to INEC. All these are constitutional responsibilities of the National Working Committee. So where is the role of state chapter? The state chapters are unknown to INEC as far as sponsorship and nomination is concerned.
I'd like to take us back to a statement you made earlier where you were concerned that the mandate of the people is being revoked in some instances. Now let's take a look at some of the discrepancies that are arising. There are some cases in which certificates of returns were withdrawn from PDP candidates, and the observation is that if the APC candidate was second, the certificate of return was is said to be issued to that candidate, and in instances where the APC was possibly third in line, there would be a rerun. Can you give us a little bit more detail about some of the discrepancies you noticed in the conduct of the process of certificate of returns and reruns?
Yeah, that is to reinforce my statement about the other wonders of the world that are being churned out by the Court of Appeal. Now, in the Northern Senatorial judgment of the Court of Appeal, the PDP came first, the Labour Party came second, and the APC came third. Now, in the senatorial elections, the appeal court ruled that there should be a rerun. And in that judgment, the judge said, all parties herein shall participate in the election. Shall is the operating word. In law, when you say shall, it says must. And when you say herein, it means all parties concerned in this suit. Now, because APC was not second after PDP, an order of rerun was made by the tribunal. That is by my understanding. Secondly, for Jos North Basa Federal Constituency, again on the same issue, same facts. PDP came first, PRP came second, APC came third. Now again, just like for the senatorial judgment, an order of a rerun was made by the court. Now for Kwanpan Shendam Mikam Federal Constituency, PDP came first, APC came second. On the same issue, same facts, the judgment was to the effect that the certificate of return issued to the PDP candidate should be withdrawn, and a new certificate of return be issued to the candidate of the APC. Now you ask the question, what's the difference between the issues concerning Basa Jos North Federal Constituency and the Plateau North Senatorial elections? What's the difference between that and that of Mikam Kwanpan Shanda? That you are giving two different orders.
For over a decade, this has been the birthplace of innovation. Innocent Vehicles is a testament to resilience, employing international best practices to create more than just a car. Every vehicle here tells a story of durability, fuel economy and safety. Crafted with the African spirit, the Nigerian heart. These vehicles surrounding me embody the unique concept of regionalization, each one designed to cater to the tastes and preferences of our people. From the streets in Nigeria to the terrains of the Sahara, these vehicles are designed for our roads, for our people. This is more than a vehicle. It's a symbol of our progress, our resilience, our collective success story. Your feedback drives us to continuously innovate and improve. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African roads.
I cite an example for you at the lower tribunal in Plateau State concerning Langtang North State constituency. A judge, two people were contesting went to court challenging PDP's victory in the state constituency. Now when the judge, when it was there for the judgment between PDP and Labour Party, the tribunal chairman of that panel ordered that the certificate of return issued to the PDP candidate should be withdrawn and issued to the candidate of the Labour Party. Now, the following week, it was judgment between APC, PDP. The same judge gave an order that the certificate of return issued to PDP be retrieved and given to the candidate of the APC. There are two orders here. You are giving two orders for a certificate of return to be issued to Labour and PDP. You have retrieved the first one and given to PDP and given to Labour Party. On the second order, you are saying it should be, where will the PDP man have another certificate of return so that you retrieve to give to the Labour Party, to the APC candidate? Now it tells us, it's very clear, it's crystal clear to us with discerning minds to understand that there's a deliberate plot to ensure that the APC is forced through the throat of Plateau people. And the APC has been so rejected by Plateau people at any instance. And if this thing is insisted, sometimes things happen and you ask why are people behaving the way they behave. You wonder why people will go on suicide mission. You wonder why people will go and begin to behave somehow. You are better dead than being a slave or being suppressed in your nation, in your own state or your own country. So I think this is not understandable to us. So we are calling on Nigerians to rise up to the occasion, because this Nigeria is ours to keep, to sustain, to protect. And of course, we must protect the constitution of this country. We must protect democracy in this country. Because what is going on? I tell you, 2 weeks ago, I contemplated withdrawing my daughter from reading law, my niece from reading law in the university, because I don't understand. Because they are not mentoring the young lawyers in a good way. So for me, I feel very strongly that these are the specific issues that we are challenging, and we are saying these are the discrepancies and the conflicting judgments that are being churned out from the same Court of Appeal, headed by the same person, one appeal court president, and these judgments are being given from the Court of Appeal. I think there's more to it that meets the eye.